Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox fan coming to you from Al Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And we're going to bring you a little early morning or late night baseball. And this is a little tournament I have, or a large tournament playing offline for ha-has. And I call this my Winter Mega Ball tournament. And this is game 4 between the 1929 Cubs and the 1968 Cubs. The 29 Cubs have a 2-1 lead, and they're battling in the Windy City, so grab your peanuts, popcorn, a hot dog, and a beverage of your choice and enjoy the game. So we're going to roll a little PC Strat, and let me just give you some quick stats here. You're not going to see them. The leading batter for the 1929 Cubs is English. He's batting .462 in 3 games, and he's knocked in 3 runs. He has a double. Then Stevenson is batting .462. They're both batting .462 with 3 ribbies. And a surprise here is Roger Hornsby is batting below 100. He's batting .091. He has struggled. The pitch, these have been some exciting games here, and I thought it'd be kind of fun just to bring the game to the channel. I won't be bringing too many of these, but this has been a fun series. Watch this be a stinker, but they've been fun. And let's just go, let me just read you out the, for the 68 Cubbies. Leading batter, oh, that's the Orioles. Cubs. There we go, 68 Cubs. Kessinger, the shortstop, batting .429. He's driven in 3 runs. And Huntley is batting .364, as well as Smith. And Huntley's knocked in 3. Ernie Banks has struggled with a .143 batting average. And where is Billy Williams is batting .300 with 2 ribbies. That being said, let's get the pitching has been horrendous for both teams. So this has been a fun series, and let's get to the ball game and roll some dice. Here at the ballpark at Wrigley, we have Robbie Wartburg, hope all is well, and Fan Addicts to Film. Hope you're doing well. Check out that fun channel, Fan Addicts of Film. Oh, that did come up. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So now, let's just change that and go to this so we can bring it. That should switch places. No, it doesn't. Well, we can close that out now. We don't need that. And let's just switch that to the batters and pitchers card. Oh, OBS, you're a pain in the ass. And let's get to the ball game, and that's not coming up, so let's just get rid of it and bring it back. Again, thank you Windows Update for foobarring my OBS. Everything was set perfect. And let's remove this screen. Yes. And let's bring it back up. Bear with me a moment. There we go to save the day. Should be able to see that in a moment. All right, let's get to the ball game now. I just want to make sure that comes up. It does. Cool. And also at the ballpark, we have the original Grognard and Beatles Eternally. Check out those 2 fun channels. All things military. Well, strategy, not all things military strategy for the original Grognard and Beatles Eternally. Baseball and much more. All right, so the lineup for the 1929 Cubs, leading off playing third base, is Norm McMillan, 271, 5 homers, 3 triples, and 35 doubles. Batting second, playing shortstop, Woody English, 276, with a home run, 3 triples, and 29 doubles. Roger Hornsby batting third, and he struggled. He's batting under 100. And in 1929, he batted 380, 40 home runs, 7 triples, and 47 doubles. Hack Wilson's in center, 345, with 39 home runs, 5 triples, and 30 doubles. In right field is Kiki Kuehler, that's the way I think it's pronounced, 360, 15 home runs, 29 doubles, and 7 triples. And that's Kiki again. Batting sixth in left field, Riggs Stevenson, 362, 17 homers, 6 triples, and 36 doubles. Batting seventh at first base, Charlie Grimm, 298, 10 home runs, 3 triples, 28 doubles. Lots of extra bases for this 29 Chicago team. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Zach Taylor, a measly 266, 1 home run, 3 triples, 23 doubles. And we do play with a DH, and I don't control either one of these teams. The computer does, and the computer makes the lineups, so they make the DH bat last all the time. Cliff Heathcott, 313, 2 home runs, no triples, 17 doubles. On the mound for the Chicago Cubs is Joe Niekro, brother of Phil, and he was 14-10 with a 4.31 earned run average with 2 saves. He struck out 65, walked 59, and gave up 18 gopher balls. Behind the plate is Huntley. Banks is at first. Beckert is at second. Kessinger is at short. Santo is at third. Billy Williams is in left. Adolfo Phillips in center. And Al Spangler is in right. As Beatles says, holy poop, out of the ballpark 20 is going to be amazing. Did they release anything yet? I haven't seen it. All right, let's get to the ball game. And here comes Norm McMillan to lead off, looking for the 5-4 column. And he's going to get a 5-8, hoping that it's great on the 5-8. 5-8 for McMillan. So Niekro deals. And patient is prudent as McMillan walks. Corners move in against Woody English. English is a B bunter. English looking for the 5-4. McMillan being held on by Ernie Banks. And he's running. He's running. And that's a 5. He's going to steal second base. So McMillan, here go the go-go Cubs. He's in scoring position already. So English has a duck on the pond he can knock in. Niekro looks over his shoulder. Utley sets the target. Here's the pitch to Woody English. And that is a 5-9. I'm sorry, that is a 3-9. 3-9 to Woody English. Runner at second. And that's a single to center. Will they wave McMillan around? No, they'll hold him up at third. So first and third, no outs. Joe Niekro finding himself in a pickle here. They've been some wild and woolly games here at Wrigley. And here comes the struggling Roger Hornsby. He'd love to break out now. Hornsby looking for the 3-5. Niekro looking for the double play ball. Here's the pitch to Hornsby. And that is a 2-4. Someone's going to have the door closed on the 2-4. 2-4 to Hornsby. Not a column of choice. And it's going to be a ground ball to Kessinger, over to Burkhart, and on to Banks. Double play, the run scores, no RBI. For Hornsby, his struggles continue. And it's 1-0, 29 Cubs. Here comes Hack Wilson. 2 outs, bases empty, right-handed batter. Wilson with a good boomstick. Niekro could get out of this with just that 1 run. Here's the pitch to Hack Wilson. And that is a 2-4. Niekro hoping to close the door on the 2-4. Ground ball to Santo, over to Banks. Side is retired. 29 Cubs get 1 on the double play ball. They lead 1-0. We go to the bottom of the first, and let's go to the 68 Cubs lineup. Here at Wrigley Field, I see Dave Gardner. Hope all is well with you, Dave. Hope your mom's doing good. So leading off, playing shortstop, the leading batter for the Cubs in this tournament, Don Kessinger, 240, 1 homer, 32 ribbies in 68. Batting second, the second baseman Glenn Beckert, 294, 4 home runs, 37 ribbies. Batting third, the sweet swinging Billy Williams, he's in left, 288, 30 home runs, 98 runners driven in. Batting fourth at third base, Ron Santo, 246, 26 homers, 98 ribbies. Batting fifth at first base, Mr. Cub Ernie Banks, 246, 32 home runs, and 83 runners knocked in. Batting sixth in right field, Al Spanky Spangler, 271, 2 homers, 18 ribbies. Batting seventh, doing the catching, Randy Hutley, 226, 7 home runs, 65 ribbies. Batting eighth in center field, Adolfo Phillips, 241, 13 homers, and 33 runners knocked in. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, Willie Smith, 275, 5 home runs, and 25 RBI. On the mound for the 1929 Cubs, hoping to take a 3-1 lead. The 68 team hoping to tie it up is Sheriff Blake. Right-handed thrower, 14 and 13 with a 4.29 earned run average. The balls could be flying out of Wrigley with Necro and Blake. Behind the plate is Taylor. Grimm's at first, Hornsby at second, English at short, McMillan at third. Stevenson's in left, Hack Wilson's in center, and Cudlier is in right. So here comes Don Kessinger, left-handed batter. He's looking for the 3-4. Here's the pitch from Blake to Kessinger, and the blue die. Tried to jump the shark, but we got you. And that's a 3-5. Call him a choice, 3-5. He's going to see a pitch to grip and rip. Will he take advantage of it, Kessinger? He's been a hot bat. No, but he will walk. Tying run at first. Grimm is holding him on. And here comes Glenn Beckert. Beckert looking for the 1-4. And there goes Kessinger. He's trying to steal second. And that's a 17. I believe he will be thrown out. So here's the throw down by Taylor. And he is gunned out. English applies the tag. So what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. There's one away. Base is empty now for Glenn Beckert. Steps back in the right-hander's batter's box. Looking for the 1-4. Here's the windup and the pitch from Blake. And that is a 2-6. 2-6 to Beckert. 2-6. No one on. 1 out. Ground ball to Hornsby. Throws to Grimm. 2 away. I'll bring up Billy Williams. 1 swing in the back to tie it up here. Left-handed power bat. Taylor sets the target. Here's the pitch to the sweet swinging Billy Williams. And that's a 2-7. 2-7. Call him a choice. He's going to see a pitch to grip and rip. Will it be a lucky 7 for Billy Williams? It's a walk. So he's on base. The inning stays alive for Ron Santo. Santo had 26 home runs in 68. 1 swing of the bat can give the 68 Cubs a 2-1 lead. Blake nods his head as Williams couldn't get the lead. Here's the pitch to Ron Santo. And that is a 4-8. And it's a column of choice. He's going to see a pitch to possibly grip and rip on the 4-8 off the Blake card. 4-8. And that's a single to center. Will Billy Williams go first to third? No, he does not. He doesn't challenge Hack Wilson. First and second, 2 outs for Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. Banks with 32 home runs in 68, even at that advanced age. 2 outs, 2 on. The windup and the pitch from Blake to Banks, and it's not with love. And that is a 4-6. Again, Banks is going to see a pitch to grip and rip. 4-6. Ground ball to the shortstop as the chart won't come up. English. And that's a 20. So English fields the play. That's a nice backhand. He's got to throw it over to Grimm now. And let's see if he can do that. And that's a 7. Low throw, but Grimm digs it out of the dirt. And the side is retired. The 68 Cubs threaten but do not score. We go to the top of the second, 1-0. Bubba Husky is in the chat here at the ball field. He says, "Go Cubs," or the Cubs are going to win. One of the Cubs teams. Here comes Kiki Kuehler to lead off things against Necro. 1-0, 29 Cubs. The windup and the pitch from Joe Necro, brother of Phil. And that is a 2-10. 2-10 off the Kuehler card. Ground ball to Kessinger. He throws to Ernie Banks, one away. Riggs Stevenson steps to the plate. Stevenson batted .362 with 17 homers in 1929. He awaits the Joe Necro offering, pitch homeward bound, and that is a 5-7. Column of choice off the Necro card. Can Stevenson take advantage of this 5-7? And that's a fly ball. Center field, Adolfo Phillips comes in, makes the catch, and there's two away. Base is empty for the left-handed batting first baseman, Charlie Grimm. Let's see what Charlie Grimm can do against Joe Necro. 29 Cubs up, 1-0. The windup and the pitch to Charlie Grimm. As the wind is howling here in Massachusetts. It's the Windy City here in Mass. And that's a 5-7. A 5-7 off the Necro card. Hoping to end this inning right here and right now. And he cannot. Ball 4. Grimm walks. Inning stays alive for Zach Taylor, the catcher. Taylor, right-handed batter. Banks is playing behind Grimm. Necro picks up the sign from Hutley. Here's the pitch to Taylor. And that is a 4-5. And this is going to be a pitch to Grip and Rip. 4-5 off the Necro card. Hard hit ball. Kessinger backhands it, throws to first, and the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0. 29 Cubs over the 68 Cubs. So Necro pitched up a couple of watermelons that the 29 Cubs could not take advantage of. Due up for the 68 Cubs, Spangler, Huntley, and Adolfo Phillips. Al Spanky Spangler steps in the left-hander's batter's box. The windup and the pitch from Blake. And that is a 2-9, 2-9, 2-9 to Spangler. Ground ball to Grimm. He races to the bag and steps on it for one away. Randy Huntley steps to the plate, the catcher. .226 with 7 home runs. 1-0, 29 Cubs. Here's the pitch to Huntley. And that is a 2-6, 2-6 off the Huntley card. Not a column of choice, though. 2-6. Hard hit ball to McMillan. He throws across the diamond to Grimm, 2 away. Base is empty for the number 8 batter, the center fielder, Adolfo Phillips. Infield, outfield, straightaway and normal. Blake picks up the sign from Taylor. Here's the pitch to Adolfo Phillips. And that is a 5-3. What will it be? We shall see on the 5-3. It's going to be a play for English. And that's a 16 on the blue die. So he fields it quite smoothly, English does. And you make the throw over to Grimm. And that's an 11. And the side is retired. So 1, 2, 3 go to 68 Cubs. We go to the top of the third. The 1929 Cubs up 1-0 in this game, and 2 games to 1, the best of 7 in our Winter Ball Mega Classic tournament. We'll give you a game now and then from it. Due up from the 29 Cubs, the designated hitter, Cliff Heathcott. And at the top of the order, McMillan and English. Heathcott, a left-handed batter. The windup and the pitch from Joe Necro. That's a 6-4 off the Necro card. 6-4. For all the struggles Necro has, he's only given up that 1 run. And this is a ground ball to Kessinger. And that's a 16. Kessinger plays the tough hop quite smoothly. And that is an 11. A 12, excuse me, I'm sorry. 12. As he throws over to Banks. And that's 1 away. 1 out, no one on. Top of the order, Norm McMillan. He walked his first time up. Here's the pitch to Norm McMillan. 4-5. Column of choice. Norm McMillan's going to see a pitch to grip and rip on the 4-5. Will Niekro get away with another one? Yes, he will. Hard hit ball to Kessinger at short. He throws to Banks. 2 away. My God, they've been playing Pepper with Kessinger at short. So 2 outs, base is empty. For Woody English, he is 1 for 1. He has the only hit off Joe Niekro. Again, he struggled with location, but got away with it. Kessinger digs in. Here's the pitch from Niekro. And that's a 6-8. 6-8 off the Niekro card. Hoping to end the inning here and now on the 6-8. And that's a fly ball out to Spangler. Moving back a bit. Makes the catch. The side is retired. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0, 1929 Cubs over the 68 Cubbies. Sports Time Machines here at Wrigley. How you doing, my friend, Mr. Utah Mike? Due up for the 68 Cubs, Willie Smith in the top of the order, Kessinger and Beckert. So here's Willie Smith, left-handed batter. Sheriff Blake's ready to work. He deals to Smith, and that is a 2-12. 2-12 off the Smith card. And they come a little too much inside. That ball hit him. Scraped his uniform as Smith smiles and takes first base. The corners now move in. They expect the hot-hitting Don Kessinger to bunt. He is an A bunter. So McMillan's in at third. Grimm is in at first. Kessinger walked his first time up. And he squares the bunt. He puts it down. Fielded by McMillan. He throws to Grimm for the out. But Kessinger does his J.O.B. Smith stands at second with under 2 outs, and now Glenn Beckert has a chance to knock in that duck. Beckert grounded out in his first plate appearance. Smith takes his lead. Blake peeks over his shoulder, now picks up the sign from Taylor. Here's the pitch to Glenn Beckert, and that is triple snake eyes. A 1-2. Oh boy, a 1-2. And that's a walk. So first and second sets up the double play ball, but here's Billy Williams. He walked his first time up. One swing in the back to give the 68 Cubbies a 3-1 lead. They're down 1-0. Here's the pitch to the sweet swinging Billy Williams, and that is a 2-10. A 2-10 to Billy Williams, and it's a column of choice. 2-10. Will Williams take advantage of this pitch? Boom goes the ball to right, and Billy Williams will touch them all. The 68 Cubs go up 3-1 as the crowd goes wild here. So Billy Williams crushes one to right, and just like that, it's 3-1, the 68 Cubs. Can Ron Santo go back-to-back jacks? He singled his first time up off Sheriff Blake. Sheriff Blake did not hold the law down there. Here's the pitch to Santo with 1 out, and that is a 3-5, and that's a column of choice. He's going to see a pitch to grip and rip. A 5's usually a decent number. 3-5. And that's a walk. So Blake's struggling. 1 out, 1 on. Ernie Banks grounded out his first plate appearance. Taylor tries to calm down his pitcher. Back behind the plate, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Banks. And that is a 2-8. And my God, he is missing location. Ernie Banks is going to see a good pitch to rip. 2-8. Boom goes the ball, dead center field. Hack Wilson starts to go back, looks up, and it has cleared the ivy. And it's now 5-1 68 Cubs, and Blake is toast. Who shot the sheriff? Well, it was Ernie Banks at the end. Baseball-wise, that is. So, wow. So Blake has been bludgeoned here in the bottom of the third. A 3-run homer by the sweet swinging Billy Williams. And then Mr. Cub tacks on a 2-run jack. And it's 5-1, 1968 Cubbies. Here comes Al Spangler. Let's see what the PC will do. And that's it for the sheriff. He is done. Mr. Blake's out of the ball game. Coming into pitch is Guy Bush. My God, this is a third game he's pitching. He's started and come out of the pen. He's 1-1. Bush was 18-7. in 1929 with a 3.66. Struck out 82, but he had control issues, walked 107. 1 out, 5-1, 68 Cubs. Spangler's 0 for 1. He grounded out. Here's the pitch from Bush to Spangler. And that's a 3-8 off the Spangler card. 3-8. Strike 3 looking. Spangler didn't like the call. 2 outs, base is empty. And here comes the catcher for the 68 Cubs, Randy Utley. He also grounded out. 5-1 on 2 homers in the bottom of the third. A 3-run jack by Billy Williams and a 2-run shot by Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. Here's the pitch from Bush to Utley. And that is a 5-6. Pick up some sticks. 5-6 off the Bush card. Ah, nuts! We'll have to do that over. Let's just do this and okay. This play will not count, as we're going to undo that. Yes, as it was a 5-6. 5-6. And that's going to be a pop out to Hornsby. And the side will be retired, but the Cubs strike for 5 on a 3-run homer by Billy Williams and a 2-run blast by Ernie Banks. For the top of the 4th, the 68 Cubs have taken the lead 5-1, hoping to tie the series at 2. Due up for the 1929 Cubs, Hornsby, Wilson, and Kuehler. Roger Hornsby again struggling in this tournament best-of-7 game. He's 0 for 1. Joe Niekro has not pitched well. He's gotten away with a lot of bad pitches. Will his luck continue? Let's find out. Here's the pitch to Hornsby, and that is a 4-5. 4-5 off the Niekro card. Ground ball to Kessinger, over to Banks, rinse and repeat, out number 1. Now bring up Hack Wilson. He grounded out. Kessinger has been a busy beaver at short. Niekro kicks and fires to Hack Wilson, and that is a 1-8. A 1-8. And again, Niekro's going to miss a spot. Can Hack Wilson take advantage of this 1-8? And a 9 on the split. And Hack Wilson will crush this ball to left. Williams just looks, and it is gone. So the 29 Cubs get 1 back, and it's now 5-2. And it looks like we're going to have another wild one here in Wrigley. So here comes Kiki Kuehler. He grounded out. Let's go to the chat real quick. Sports Time Machine, Mr. Utah Mike says, wow, 3 Hall of Famers in a row for the old Cubs. So Niekro, again, he's pitched horrible. His luck has just been good until now. He'll deal to Kiki Kuehler. And that is a 5-4. And again, he's going to miss location, 5-4. Can Kuehler take advantage on the 5-4? Fly ball out to Phillips in center, and that is a 19, so he missed a pitch to grip and rip. He's going to regret that. Racing over to try to make the catch is Phillips, and he might not make this. That is a 17, and he makes a dive. It goes off his glove. It's going to be a 2-base error, and Kuehler will stand at second base. That's a tough error there for Adolfo Phillips, but he did make the dive. It was in his glove and popped out. So no 1 out. Kuehler's at second. And Riggs Stevenson comes to the plate. He flew out his first time up against Niekro. He's looking for the 2-5 column. Again, Niekro. The luck is not with him in this inning. Here's the pitch to Riggs Stevenson. And that is a 3-11 with a 1. Oh boy. 3-11. Not a column of choice though. And that's a walk. So will the 68 Cubs start to think about going to their bullpen? 5-2 tying run comes to the plate in Charlie Grimm. He had 10 home runs with a .298 batting average in 1921. Balls have been flying out of Wrigley. Here's the pitch to Grimm from Niekro. Will it be Grimm Dawn? That is a 3-6. 3-6 off the Grimm card. Not a column of choice, though. 3-6. But you know what? That's a single to right. And another run scores as Kuehler comes racing around from second. It's now 5-3 with one out. Tying run at first in Grimm. Stevenson's at second. Go-ahead run at the plate in Zach Taylor. Taylor grounded out. So Joe Niekro has been bad the whole game, and finally, the 29 Cubs have some fruit to bear. Here's the pitch to Zach Taylor, and that is a 5-8, 5-8. And again, Joe Niekro misses his spot. And an opportunity for Zach Taylor to knock in some runs on the 5-8. But that's a walk. Bases are juiced for the 29 Cubs, down by 2. And Cliff Heathcott comes to the plate. He grounded out. Niekro looking for a miracle double play ball here. One out, bases juiced. Huntley trying to calm down the young Joe Niekro. Back behind the plate, squats down, sets the target. Here's the pitch from Niekro. And Heathcott gets a 4-3. What will it be? We shall see again. Niekro misses location. And a pitch to grip and rip for a 29 Cubby. 4-3. Ground ball back to Niekro. That's a 17. This could be a double play ball. He fields it cleanly. He'll go to Kessinger. And that's a 13. And this is going to be a 1-6-3, I believe. Niekro to Kessinger to Banks. And the inning is over. And Joe Niekro and the 68 Cubs survive by their hair, their chinny chin chin to the lead 5-3. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's a wild one here at Wrigley. It'll be Phillips, Smith in the top of the order, Kessinger to face Guy Bush. 68 Cubs have already knocked out Sheriff Blake. Bush deals to Phillips. Phillips is 0 for 1. And that's a 1. Oh, rats, re-roll that. Okay. That's a 1-9. 1-9 off the Adolfo Phillips card. And that's a strikeout. Swing and a miss. And I'll bring up Willie Smith. He was hit by a pitch. Well, his jersey was nicked by a pitch. One out, no one on. 5-3, 68 Cubs. Here's the pitch to Willie Smith. And that's a 4-8. Off the Bush card, 4-8. And he's jammed again. They come inside. Pop out to Grimm at first. So 2 outs, bases empty. Top of the order, Don Kessinger. He has walked and had a sacrifice bunt, so no official at bat. Corners move in to protect against the bunt base hit. Bush nods his head. Taylor sets the target. Here's the pitch to Kessinger. And that is a 6-9. And a Kessinger might see a pitch here. 6-9. Will he take advantage? Missed location. 6-9. And he will. Single up the middle. The inning stays alive. Kessinger's at first. Second baseman Glenn Beckert comes to the plate. He is 0 for 1 with a run scored. He has walked once. And Kessinger's running. And that's a 19. He will be gunned out, and that will end the inning. As it'll go Taylor to English, who applies the tag. And we go to the top of the 5th. 5-3, the 68 Cubs over the 1929 Cubs, trying to tie the series up at 2. This is game 4. Due up the top of the order for the 29 Cubs, McMillan, English, and Hornsby. McMillan's 0 for 1 with a run scored. Niekro still out on that mound. Here's the windup and the pitch from a struggling Joe Niekro, and that is a 1-6 to McMillan. 1-6. Pick up some sticks on the 1-6. And a 9. 1-6 with a 9 split. And that ball is going to gap Williams and Phillips. And McMillan will stand at second with a leadoff double. Tying run comes to plate in Woody English. Let's see what English does here. He is singled and flown out. I'd have to think the Cubs have to be almost ready to yank Joe Niekro. Here's the pitch from Niekro to Woody English. And that's a 5-3. What will it be? We shall see again. Necro misses location. 5-3. Can English take advantage of a bad pitch? 5-3. Fly ball out to Billy Williams in left. And that is a 9. Williams racing over to make the catch. And that's an 8. McMillan. Williams comes over, makes the diving catch. Robbing extra bases, quickly getting back to second is McMillan. So 1 out. McMillan at second. Tying run comes to the plate, and the struggling Roger Hornsby batting well below 100 now, as he's 0 for 2, and he banged into a double play with 1 out and bases juiced in the top of the first. Tells you all about his struggles. 40 home runs and a 380 batting average. We have seen none of that in this tournament. Best of 7 game. Here's the pitch to Hornsby. He'd love to get off the Schneid here. And that is a 3-5. Can Hornsby get off the Schneid on the 3-5? Column of choice. Again, Necro lobbing up slow pitch softballs here on the 3-5. But can Hornsby break out? Boom goes the ball. Dead center field. And Hornsby will touch them all. It is 5-5. Another wild and woolly one here at Wrigley. Holy cow. And Hornsby has broken out in a big way. The 29 fans are going nuts. It's 5-5. Another crazy game. That's why we wanted to bring a game 4 here. And Necro's toast. And here comes Hack Wilson. Can he go back-to-back jacks? He's already homered once off Joe Necro. 68 Cubs. PC Engine's going to stick with the youngster. I think that's a huge mistake. Here's the pitch to Hack Wilson, looking for his second round tripper. And that is a 1-7. And Wilson's going to see a pitch to Grip and Rip. 1-7. Boom goes the ball. Hack Wilson will touch them all as he deposits the ball in the same place as Roger Hornsby. And the 29 Cubs, just like that, take the lead 6-5. Holy cow. In the words of the late, great Phil Rizzuto, it's a mash. It's a monster mash. A monster mash here at Wrigley. So with 1 out and a shell-shocked Joe Necro on the mound, here comes Kiki Kuehler. He is 0 for 2. He did reach on a 2-base error by Adolfo Phillips, the center fielder. And still they stick with the youngster Joe Necro. Here's the pitch from Necro to Kuehler, and that is a 2-5. A 2-5. Finally Necro makes a pitch. 2-5. And even when he makes a good pitch, Kuehler fights it off past the dive of Santo into left. So 1 out, 1 on, 6-5, 29 Cubs. And Riggs Stevenson comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Kuehler can't get the lead. How long will they stick with the youngster Joe Necro? Here's the pitch homeward bound. And that is a 5-10. And again he misses location. 5-10. The bludgeoning might continue. 5-10. This will be a play for Huntley. That's a 10. And it's a pop-up. He throws his mask off, races back towards the screen. Will he make the catch? And that's a 9. Yes, he will. So that'll be out number 2. Nice play by Huntley. So 2 outs. Kuehler will be off on contact. And here's Charlie Grimm. 1 for 1. He's also walked. He's knocked in a run. 6-5. 29 Cubs over the 68 Cubs. Here's the pitch to Charlie Grimm. And that is a 1-4. A 1-4. Necro trying to shut the door in this miserable inning. 1-4. And he can't. Grimm fights off a good pitch. Singles up the middle. And going first to third is Kuehler. Good God almighty. How long are they going to stick with Joe Necro? Coming to the plate, the catcher, Zach Taylor. 0 for 1. He has walked. This could be it for the young Joe Necro. Here's the pitch to Taylor. And that is a 3-4. Again, Necro hoping to shut the door on the 3-4. Strike 3 looking. Oh boy, was that a favorable call. But the 29 Cubs strike for 3 on a home run by Hornsby. And then followed up by another home run by Hack Wilson. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 6-5, 29 Cubs over the 68 Cubs. Glenn Beckert will lead things off, followed by Billy Williams and Ron Santo. Beckert 0 for 1 with a walk. Bush with a 1-run lead. The windup and the pitch to Beckert. And that is a 3-10. 3-10. And that's a walk. My God, the pitching has not been good for either team. And Billy Williams can put the Cubbies ahead if he knocks in his second home run. He has walked and hit a 3-run dinger. Hit and runs on. Billy Williams swings. Ball's hit to English. And is only... No! They try to turn 2, but they can't. As Williams beats out the ball. But on the hit and run, I don't know what the heck Beckert was doing. He does not beat it out. It was so hard hit. But he did get enough pressure on Hornsby. He couldn't get a good throw over to first. So Williams is at first, 1 out for Ron Santo. He's 1 for 1. He singled, walked, and scored a run. Santo. Williams can't get the lead. Good job by Bush and Grimm holding him on. Santo prepares for the Guy Bush pitch. Here it is. And Bush deals Santo a 2-9. A 2-9 off the Santo card. 2-9, not a common choice though. 1 out, 1 on. And he's going to lift this ball to Hack Wilson in center. And Wilson will make the catch, 2 away. And here comes Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. He hit a 2-run blast in that 5-run uprising in the bottom of the third. If he does that again, the 68 Cubs will take a 7-6 lead. Bush nods his head. Here's the pitch to Ernie Banks. And that's a 5-6 off the Bush card. 5-6. Can he end the inning here? And that's a pop-up. Second base. Hornsby back on the outfield grass. Makes the catch. Side is retired. We go to the top of the 6th. 6-5, 1929 Cubs over the 68 Cubs. Let's go to the chat. As Dave Gardner says goodnight. Well, goodnight, Dave. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. And D. Scott Howard's here at Wrigley. Hope all is well. How are the goats? Due up for the 29 Cubs. Heathcott, McMillan, and English. Maybe it's Heathcote. C-O-T. I'm going to say Heathcott. He's 0 for 2. Necro still on that mound. He's been a slow pitch softball pitcher. The windup and the pitch to Heathcott. And that is a 1-9. 1-9 off the Heathcott card. Ground ball to Beckert. He knocks it down, picks it up, throws the Banks 1 away. Top of the order, Norm McMillan. He is 1 for 2. He has walked, grounded out, and doubled in his last plate appearance. Necro trying to keep it a 1-run deficit. Here's the pitch to Norm McMillan. And that is a 2-6. Pick up some sticks. 2-6 to McMillan. Strike 3 looking again. And McMillan is not very happy with that call. So there's 2 outs. McMillan can go back and complain to his wife. Boom, boom, boom. McMillan and wife. I think that was the name of the show. I could be wrong. Back in the 70s. And he'll now coming up is Woody English. He is 1 for 3. He's flown out twice and singled. Negro looking to put up a goose egg. He kicks and deals. And Woody English will have a 5-10. And again, Negro cannot handle prosperity. He misses location. 5-10. Will English take advantage of it? No, he shall not. And that's a 10. This play will be another pop-up for Hutley. Throws the mask off, waits for the ball to come down, and that's a 16. And he dropped it. Hutley drops the pop-up. Unbelievable. And English reaches first on the E on Huntley. Scoring at home, that is an E2. So the 68 Cubs keep the door open for Roger Hornsby, who finally has done something in this tournament, best of 7 series. His 2-run homer that got things going in that uprising in the top of the 5th to tie the ball game. Hack Wilson put him ahead with the follow-up. Hornsby's knocked into a double play, grounded out in a big 2-run boom. Can he do it again? Necro deals to Roger Hornsby, and that's a 1-3. What will it be? We shall see on the 1-3. Off the Hornsby card, not a column of choice, though. 1-3. Hard hit ball to Kessinger. He throws the banks, and the side is retired. The error doesn't hurt. We go to the bottom of the sixth. 6-5, 29 Cubs. If they win, they'll have a commanding 3-1 lead in this best of 7 over the 68 Cubs. Due up Spangler, Huntley, and Phillips. To face Guy Bush. Spangler's 0 for 2. Looking for the 1-6 column. Left-handed batter. Taylor sets the target. Here's the pitch to Al Spanky Spangler. And he's going to get a column of choice. That is a 2-8. Will he make Bush pay? No, he won't. I'm sorry. He's looking for the 1-6. My faux pas. So that is a 2-8. So Bush makes a decent pitch here. 2-8. But Spangler fights off that decent pitch and singles into right. He's the tying run. Grimm playing behind him. Corners move in. They're expecting Huntley to put down a bunt. He's a B bunter. Let's see if he'll bunt. He is not bunting. He's swinging away. Can he knock it past the drawn-in corners? Here's the pitch to Huntley. And that is a 2-4 off the Randy Huntley card. 2-4. English to Hornsby to Grimm. Double play. 6-4-3. Pitcher's best friend, 2 for 1. So bases are cleared, 2 outs. And here comes Adolfo Phillips. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. 29 Cubs want another goose egg on the board. Here's the pitch to Phillips. And that is a 6-8. 6-8. Off the Bush card, Phillips might see a pitch to grip and rip. 6-8. And he's going to single right up the middle through the wickets of Bush. Tying run at first. Good speed. 1-17 base runners. 65% chance of stealing second. 68 Cubs have had 2 base runners thrown out at second so far in the game. And here comes Willie Smith. He is 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch and popped out. As Phillips couldn't get the lead. Good job by Bush and Grimm holding him on. Here's the pitch to Willie Smith. Looking for the 3-6. And he's going to get a 3 and a 10. Will he take advantage on the 3-10? Willie Smith yanks one down the right field line. Collier gives chase, and it's gone! Willie Smith hits a 2-run homer, and there is joy in Ludville. It's now 7-6. The 1968 Cubs come firing back. Again, another wild Willie game here at Wrigley. Unbelievable. And Guy Bush has been KO'd by Willie Smith's 2-run homer. Phillips greets him at the plate. They go back joyously to the 68 dugout. It's now 7-6. Kessinger awaits to see who's going to come in to pitch. And it's going to be, oh my lord, how do you pronounce this guy's name? Mike Vengros. I think the C's silent. I'm going to say Vengros. So Mike Vengros comes in. I think it's the first time we've seen him in this series. He was 5-4 with a 4.64. Oh my God, they're going to mash this guy. Struck out 23, walked 29. He didn't give up any gopher balls, though. And he threw 64 innings. So 2 outs, and here's Kessinger, 1 for 1. He's walked, had a sac bunt, and singled. Here's the pitch to Kessinger. And that is a 2-10. 2-10. Can Vengros shut the door here? And that is a single past the dive of Hornsby up the middle. The inning stays alive. And here comes Beckert, Kessinger's partner in crime. He's 0 for 1. He's walked twice. Unbelievable ball game, 7-6. The 68 Cubs just take the lead on the 2-run blast by Willie Smith down the right field line. Here's the pitch to Beckert. And that is a 5-3. What will it be? We shall see. 5-3 off the Vengros card. 5-3. Oop, click the 3 out. And the ball's hit right back to Vengros. And that is a 7. He knocks it down, picks it up, fires to first. And that's a 4. Low throw scooped out of the dirt by Grimm, and the side is retired. But the 2-run homer by Smith gives the 1968 Cubs the lead once again, 7-6. We go to the top of the 7th in a thriller here from Wrigley. Doesn't get better than this, as Robbie Wartburg in the chat says this is a slobber knocker. All right, Hack Wilson comes to the plate. He is 2 for 3. His 2 hits have been solo blasts. Can he do it for a 3rd time? And still they stick with Joe Niekro. What a huge mistake that is. The pitching has been bad for both teams mostly. Here's the pitch from Niekro to Hack Wilson. Can he take Niekro yard one more time? Into the breach they go. And that is a 5-7. A 5-7. Niekro misses location. 5-7. What will Hack Wilson do with this beach ball? He will fly out to Phillips in center. Just got under it. Oh boy, he missed that pitch. And that's 1 down. As the 68 fans here in Wrigley breathe a sigh of relief. And here comes Kiki Kuehler. 1 for 3. He has singled. Niekro kicks and deals to Kuehler. And that is a 5-6. Pick up some sticks. 5-6. And again, Niekro misses location. 5-6. Hard hit ball to Kessinger. He backhands it. Fires low to Banks, who scoops it out of the dirt for out number 2. They are playing Russian roulette every time Joe Niekro throws the ball up towards the plate. What is this Cub management waiting for? Here comes Riggs Stevenson. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. He's flown out and popped out. As Niekro trying to put up a goose egg here. Nods his head. Huntley sets the target. Here's the pitch to Stevenson. And that is a 5-4. Who's going to be shown the door on the 5-4? Niekro misses location once again. 5-4 to Stevenson. And this ball will be sent out to center field. Racing for it is Adolfo Phillips. He's already made an error out there. Will he do it again? And that's a 10. He goes into the dive. And he makes the catch. What a running catch to right center. And the side is retired. Unbelievable. The crowd goes wild. We go to the 7th inning stretch. Let's go to the trivia first. Name the National League shortstop who set a Major League record for 13 consecutive years winning the Gold Glove Award. It's Ozzie Smith, I believe. Name the National League shortstop who set the Major League record for 13 consecutive years winning the Gold Glove Award. I say Ozzie Smith. We'll check the chat in a moment, but let's get the answer. Ozzie Smith, the Wizard of Oz from 1980 to 1992, Padres and Cardinals. All right, so in the bottom of the 7th with a 1-run lead, the 68 Cubs will send up Billy Williams, Ron Santo, and Ernie Banks. Billy Williams 1 for 2 with a 3-run homer. That got things started in that bottom of the 3rd uprising with the 68 Cubs scoring 5. Mike Vengros back up on the mound. Let's see how he'll do against the sweet swinging Billy Williams. Here's the pitch. And it is a 3-5. Oh boy. Off the Billy Williams card. 3-5. Not a column of choice though. Let's see how Vengros fares. Hard hit ball to Hornsby. Over to Grimm. 1 away. He fared quite well. And Ron Santos steps to the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a run scored. He is singled, walked, and flown out. Vengros nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Ron Santo. And that is a 5-8 off the Vengros card. 5-8. That's a fly ball out to Kiki Kuehler in right. He'll make the catch for 2 away. Base is empty for Ernie Banks. He had a 2-run bomb back in that 3rd inning uprising. Prior to that, he grounded out, and after that, he popped out. Vengros takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest. Here's the pitch to Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. And that's a 5-6. Pick up some sticks off the Vengros card. 5, 6. Fly ball out to Hack Wilson. Wilson going back a bit. Reaches up, makes the catch. The side is retired. We go to the top of the 8th. And a thriller here from Wrigley. 7-6. The 1968 Cubs hoping to tie the series up at 2 games apiece. As the 29 Cubs lead 2-1. And the young Joe Niekro, the slow pitch softball pitcher, is still on that mound. Unbelievable. He has a 1-run lead. He will face the bottom third, Grimm, Taylor, and Heathcott. Grimm is 2 for 2. He has walked, singled, knocked in a run, and singled again. Charlie Grimm with a grim face. Here's the pitch from Niekro. And that is a 5-5 off the Niekro card. 5-5. Ground ball to Becker. Over to Banks. 1 down. Zach Taylor comes to play the catcher. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. He's grounded out and struck out. He represents the tying run. The windup and the pitch to Taylor. And Niekro deals Taylor a 4-6. Pick up some sticks on the 4-6. And he misses location. Can Zach Taylor make him pay for that? 4-6. And a 14 on the split. Banks makes a diving stop from his knees. Throws to Niekro covering the bag. And that's 2 away. Nice play by Ernie Banks. Saving a base hit. So 2 outs, base is empty. And here's Cliff Heathcott. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded out, grounded into double play, and grounded out. Niekro seems to have settled down. He's still throwing up beach balls. He kicks and deals to Heathcott, and that is a 2-4. Again, someone's going to be shown the door on the 2-4. 2-4 off the Heathcott card. Ground ball to Santo. He backhands it, throws to Banks. The side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 7-6. The 68 Cubs would love to get some insurance runs here. Also here at Wrigley, we see Clinton Parks and Bobby Cantillano. Hope all is well. This has been an unbelievable ball game. The 29 Cubs will stick with Mike Vengros, and he will face Al Spanky Spangler. Then Huntley, the catcher, and Adolfo Phillips, the center fielder. If anyone gets on, the man who gave the 68 Cubs the lead, Willie Smith. Spangler's 1 for 3. Vengros rocks and fires, and that is a 1-8. A 1-8 off the Al Spanky Spangler card. And he jolts this ball down the right field line. It's going to get caught up in the ivy, and he'll stand at second with a leadoff double. That's a huge insurance run. And here's Randy Huntley. Will he be bunting? That's the question. Will they move him over? He's 0 for 3. He is not bunting. He's swinging away. Here's the pitch to Huntley from Vengros, and that is a 6-5. And Vengros will miss location. Can Huntley make him pay? Big insurance run at second. 6-5 off the Vengros card, and that's a walk. So first and second, no outs. Corners now move in for Adolfo Phillips, and he's a C bunter. Will he be bunting? No, he's swinging away. He's ready to grip and rip. Vengros hoping for the double play ball. Pitch homeward bound to Adolfo Phillips, and that's a 2-7, 2-7, and Vengros misses location, 2-7, doing his best Joe Niekro, misses location. And that's a shot down the left field line in the corner. It's going to be a double. Spangler scores. Will they wave Huntley around? No, they'll hold him. Hold him at third. And that's a huge insurance run, 8-6. The 1968 Cubs hoping to tie the series up at 2. Infield moves in. Phillips at second, Huntley at third, and the man who gave the 68 Cubs the lead is at the plate, Willie Smith. No, not the Prince of Bel Air, though. 1 for 2 with a homer. He's been hit by a pitch and popped out. Infield in. Vengros deals to Willie Smith. And that is a 2-3. What will it be? We shall see on the 2-3 off the Willie Smith card. 2-3. Infield in. Line shot! And what a play by Norm McMillan. Unbelievable! Quick reaction. He makes the dive and the stab and the catch. That was slated to go down the line for a double. So 1 out, infield still in, 2 on. Phillips at second, Huntley at third. And here comes the hot-hitting shortstop, Don Kessinger. He's 2 for 2 with a walk and a sacrifice bunt, 2 singles. 8-6. Can Kessinger blow this game open? Vengros again takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest, looks in, the windup and the pitch to Don Kessinger. And it's a 4-11, 4-11 off the Vengros card, 4-11, infield in. Ground ball to the shortstop, English, and that's a 19. I believe he will field this ball. And now, error check. And that's a 10. I believe the play will go to first. English to Grimm as he looks the runner back. 2 down. The infield goes back to normal. What a job by Vengros. And that left side of the infield, McMillan and English. They have just saved the day. But Vengros needs to get one more out. And that out right now is Glenn Beckert at the plate. The second baseman is 0 for 2 with a run scored. He has walked twice and grounded out twice. Huntley is at third. Phillips, excellent speed at second. Plus, he'll get the extra jump with 2 outs. 8-6, 68 Cubs over the 29 Cubs. It's been a home run fest here at Wrigley. Vengros nods his head. He kicks and deals to Beckert. And that is a 5-7 off the Vengros card. 5-7. Ground ball, second base. 5. Oh boy, this is not a sure thing for Hornsby. He's going to make a dive for it. Error check is a 10. Will he make the play? Hornsby goes to his right, makes a dive from his knees, throws, and what a scoop out of the dirt by Grimm. And the side is retired. The 68 Cubs do get 1, but they strand 2, as that infield of the 29 Cubs just said none shall pass. We go to the top of the 9th. The 68 Cubs hoping to tie the series at 2 in our Winter Mega Ball tournament. This is our first game we've shown from it. We've played quite a few games offline, finished some series. We will give you the championship game when I eventually get there. It's going to be a long time. And they stick with the youngster, Joe Niekro. They are nuts. He has thrown nothing but watermelons and beach balls up. He's been a slow pitch softball pitcher, that's for sure. But now Niekro needs 3 outs. It's the top of the order, McMillan, English, and Hornsby. They have a 2-run lead. McMillan's 1 for 3 with a double, a walk, a ground out, and a strikeout. Tying run on the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch from Joe Niekro to McMillan. And that's a 1-10. A 1-10, not a column of choice. 1-10. And Niekro jams him. Sky-high pop-up. Santos calling for it at third and 1 away. So the Cubs and Joe Niekro, 2 outs from an unbelievable victory that will tie the series up at 2. But now he has to get rid of Woody English, who's 1 for 4. His one hit a single. Hornsby's on deck. If English gets on, Hornsby will represent the tying run. A struggling Joe Niekro hoping to go the distance and get the win. Now it's his turn to take a deep breath. Arms down to his chest. He kicks and delivers to Woody English. And that is a 5-7. A 5-7. Niekro misses location on the 5-7. English needs to take advantage of this. And he will not. He's going to lift it out to Phillips in shallow center. He'll make the catch 2 away. And it comes down to Roger Hornsby to keep the game alive. Hack Wilson on deck. If Hornsby comes up, it'll be Hack Wilson to try to tie it up. Wilson has hit 2 home runs. Hornsby has hit a 2-run homer. So Roger Hornsby 1 for 4. Still batting below 100, I believe. It's up to Hornsby. Huntley pounds that mitt, sets the target, imploring Niekro to hit it. Here's the pitch. From Necro to Roger Hornsby, that is a 310. Again, Necro misses location off the Hornsby card. 310, and that is a single. Past the dive of Kessinger into left, and the tying run comes to the plate. The tying run comes to the plate, and Hack Wilson. Wilson is 2 for 4, his 2 hits, solo blasts, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. And yet, the 68 Cubs, the PC engine still sticks with Joe Necro. Again, I don't manage either team. I'm just rolling the dice, calling the game. Let's see if Hack Wilson can tie it up. Wilson looking for the 1-5 column. Necro. And Cubs fans saying a Hail Mary. Here's the pitch to Hack Wilson. And it is a 2-9. 2-9, not a column of choice. Let's see if Wilson can fight off a halfway decent pitch. 2-9. And he does! As he singles up the middle on that low fastball. And now Hornsby goes first to third. Wilson represents the tying run at first. The go-ahead run at the plate in Kiki Kuehler. And he is 1 for 4. His one hit was a single. Kuehler did have 15 home runs with a .360 batting average. And yet the Cubs still stick. Which, let me make sure that let me just double check here. I'm pretty sure I set the computer is managing both these teams. Okay, I did set it properly. All right, can Kuehler tie the game up or put the 29 Cubs ahead? 68 Cubs 1 out away from a wild woolly victory. These games have been nuts here at Wrigley, so I had to give you this one. And it has not disappointed. Kuehler looking for the 1-5. Joe Necro praying to God he can get the last out. And so are the Cubs fans here who are rooting for the 68 team. The 29 Cubs fans, well, they want to see Kiki Kuehler go yard. The windup and the pitch to Kiki Kuehler. And it is a 2-7. Not a column of choice. 2-7. So Necro makes a halfway decent pitch here. 2-7 off the Kuehler card. 2-7. And an 18 on the split. Line shot. Santo leaps in the air. He makes the catch. And unbelievable. The 68 Cubs have tied the series with an 8-6 victory over the 1929 Cubs. That ball was slated to go down the right field line for at least a double. Hack Wilson, with good speed, was off on contact, might have scored all the way from first. But Ron Santo saves the day. Kiki Kuehler tagged one. Santo goes leaping in the air as high as he could, one hand up, the glove hand obviously. He makes the catch, and we're tied at 2 in our best-of-7 series in our winter ball mega tournament. And it was an unbelievable game. Hope everyone, Kuehler, thank you. Thank you, Kiki Kuehler. I appreciate that, Beatles. Well, Kiki Kuehler lines out to a leaping Ron Santos. That is a web gem of web gems. And once again, the 68 Cubs have tied the series 2 games apiece with an 8-6 victory. Quickly to the box score, and we'll call it a stream. Let's make sure we bring up the box score. Oh, that's way too big. Let's do... let's go fit to screen. There we go. Alrighty, hope everyone enjoyed that game, and let's quickly go to the chat. And I like to say, like, hi. As Michael Terranova said, that a boy, Santo. It was a fun game. Hope everyone enjoyed it. If you did, and you want to see more of these, well, hit the like button or something. I don't know. But I thought these were fun games, so I decided to play one online. Lots of fun in Wrigley. Wild, woolly games. So, as I mispronounced that poor guy's name, as now Beatles saying Kai, like hi. So Kyler, Kiki, or Kyler, let me go back. As we will end the stream on Al trying to pronounce him. Kyler, okay, got it. Kiki Kyler. Alright, so thank you to D. Scott Howard, Clinton Parks. Check out those wonderful channels. Beatles Eternally, as he says, great game, Al. Thank you. Robbie Wartberg, thank you very much. Bobby Cantilano, Michael Terranova, excuse me, thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed the game. Original Grognard, thank you. Check out his great channel. And keep scrolling up. Sports Time Machine with Mr. Utah Mike, thank you very much. He has a lot of good stuff on there. I loved his bowling. I listened to it on Sunday. It was awesome. And he has baseball. I just enjoy a lot of stuff, and he does bowling really well. I just enjoy it. So thank you, everyone. I'm just scrolling up to see if I missed anyone. If I did, I apologize. Bubba Husky, thank you. Go Vols. He's a big Vol fan. Dave Gardner, hope your mom's doing better. Thank you for coming in the chat. Greatly appreciate everyone who spent some time with us. And Fanatica Films, another fun channel, all things entertainment. So please check out all the friends of the channel and the community. It was a really fun game. I can't believe Joe Niekro. If you had told me Joe Niekro was going to go the distance, I would have told you you were nuts. But he does. He gets the win, 8-6. Player of the game. Player of the game. I'm going to have to give it to... They don't give us player of the game, do they, down here? No. I have to give it to Smith. I have to give it to Willie Smith. 1 for 2, 2 runs scored. He had the big 2-run homer. I'm going to get... That was the one that put him ahead. I'm going to give him player of the game. Fun game, 8-6, 2-2 now the series. If you'd like to see more of this series, again, it'll depend on the... Well, see how the views go and the likes. I brought it because these games have been so much fun. My dad is doing as good as he can. Thank you, Clinton. I had a death of a loved one. Someone I was helping, and it was near and dear to me, with substance abuse, died. So I'll leave it at that. So it's not been a pleasant time. This gets my mind off things. She's buried on Saturday, so last Saturday that just passed. So I wanted to kill zombies to get my mind off of it, which is a lot of fun, but no one likes to watch. And oh well. I found where the extra health is in the game. So anyway, I'm going to give it to Willie Smith. The win goes to Joe Niekro again. Horrible. 9 innings, 10 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, 3 homers. Hack Wilson had 2, and Roger Hornsby had the other. The loss goes to Guy Bush of the 29 Cubs. Sheriff Blake went 2 1/3. He stunk. 3 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks, no strikeouts, 2 homers, and that was Williams and Banks. And then Bush, who got the loss, went 3 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 of them earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, 1 home run, and that was Phillips. Phillips hit it. And then Vengros pitched a final 2 1/3, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Walked 1, no strikeouts, no homers. So a fun game. McMillan, we're going to go quick, was 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored for the 29 Cubs. English was 1 for 5. Hornsby, best game of the series so far. I still think he's batting below 100. We'll check that out later. 2 for 5, a run scored, 2 ribbies, a homer. Hack Wilson, unbelievable game. Had they won, he would have been player of the game. 3 for 5, 2 homers and 2 ribbies with 2 runs scored. Kiki Kyler, 1 for 5 with a run scored. Stevenson was 0 for 3. Grimm was 2 for 3 with an RBI. Taylor and Heathcote were 0 for 7 combined. The 29 Cubs in defeat, 37 at-bats, 6 runs, 10 hits, 5 ribbies. For the 68 Cubs, who tied the series up at 2, Don Kessinger continued his hot hitting. He was 2 for 3. Beckert was 0 for 3 with a run scored. Billy Williams had that big 3-run homer, his only hit, but it was huge. And Ron Santo was 1 for 3, and he saved the day with a leaping catch at third to end the game off Keeler. Ernie Banks 1 for 4, 2-run homer. Spangler 2 for 4 with a run scored. Huntley, the only starter in the 68 Cubs lineup without a hit, 0 for 3. Cubs also had 2 base runners thrown out at second, trying to steal. Adolfo Phillips was 2 for 4 with a run scored and a ribby. And Willie Smith, the designated hitter, player of the game, the 2-run homer that won it. He was 1 for 3. The home runs for the 29 Cubs, Hornsby had 1 and Hack Wilson had 2. The 3 homers for the 68 Cubs, Billy Williams, Ernie Banks, and the winning home run, the 2-run blast by Will Smith. So once again, we're knotted at 2 in this best of 7 winter ball mega tournament, as the 1968 Cubs win 8-6. The winning pitcher, Joe Niekro, how he went 9 complete awful innings, and he won. Losing pitcher out of the pen is Bush. He's now 1-2, I believe. So thank you very much. Watch out for the curveball in the dirt. Health and happiness. Till next time, take care. Bye-bye. God bless. And you know what's coming, folks. Peace.